I'll get started here. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. I'm Nate Mason, the program director here for Catalyst. You'll see on the screen, we have Victoria. She's our program manager for Catalyst. And so we're your two points of contact. If you need to reach out and inquire about anything about the program, please look us up on LinkedIn or find me at my email, which is nate@starburst.aero. And we can answer any questions relating to this program. All right, next slide. Okay, quick overview really quick for you all about IAI. So Israel Aerospace Industries, who are they? They're Israel's first aerospace and defense company, providing cutting-edge technologies and solutions across the air, land, sea, space domain. As you can see here, they have a pretty robust pipeline of export around the world. I believe there are 28 partner countries in which they're exporting technologies into, one of them being the United States. And you can see here that they're the leading aerospace and defense company in Israel. Next slide, please. So there are 4 groups that they operate at IAI. So it's made up of these 4 key strategic groups. You have your aviation, ETOL systems, military aircraft, and missiles and space. These departments are key to the technologies that they're developing, but also key to the startups that they're looking for to work with during this accelerator program and potential pilot program at the end of the accelerator. Next slide, please. A little bit about Starburst. So we're an early stage innovation firm focused on aerospace and defense, frontier tech, national security. We do this in a couple of ways. We have our consulting practice, we have our accelerators, obviously, that's why you're here today, and we have a venture fund. So over the past 12 years, we have really built a position in the market as being a prominent global aerospace and defense player, whether that's in consulting, ventures, or the accelerator. We've invested in over 140 startups to date and have offices across the globe in Tel Aviv, Singapore, South Korea, France, the United States, obviously, and a couple of other offices. But you can see here, there's 8 in total. Out of those 8 countries, we run 9, I would say, flagship programs, and we can talk a little bit more about that later on. Next slide, please. Here are some of the programs that we've operated or continue to operate around the globe. As you can see here, our footprint is wide. We are operating not only in the United States, in Europe, throughout the Middle East and Asia. And so it gives us a unique position to help the founders that we're working with understand the global landscape in which some of the markets they want to sell into. For example, into Europe, there are a lot of companies that are sell across the pond, both the United States, excuse me, and in Europe. And so understanding the regulatory landscape, say in Europe, around advanced air mobility helps us and our startups get a better footing in the United States, right? Because oftentimes regulations across the pond are very similar, and if one comes out with a stricter regulation, say in Europe, before the United States, it's a little bit easier for our startups to get connected and understanding what those regulations are by talking to our team and counterparts in Europe. Next slide, please. So the Catalyst program is designed with researchers and entrepreneurs at heart. You'll see here we're going to run 2 cohorts per year. With about 6 startups per cohort. So we're looking at a max of 10 startups 12 startups per year. The program is 5 months in length. It's a robust program focusing on fundraising, focused on business development, strategic support, and technical support from IAI. And as you can see here, we have over 100 plus mentors, investors, corporates, all of those ecosystem players involved in the program to help our founders and teams, advance technology in this aerospace industry, address unmet industry needs, and kind of continue to build upon the momentum that they come into the program with, and be stronger and better for it at the end. Next slide, please. Here are the key technology scopes that we're looking for. out of startups. So we're looking at space technology broadly, quantum science, trusted AI and autonomy, and sustainability and energy tech. Obviously, these are umbrella terms for the verticals in which we're interested in. So there's a little, if you know, if you want to dive deeper into this, we can have a deeper conversation on what specifics we're looking for, but these are the general scopes of technology that the Catalyst program is focused on developing and potentially having a pilot program with at the end of the 5-month accelerator. Next slide. So this program has 4 key activities for the participating startups. We're going to have workshops and lectures, kickoff week, midpoint check-in, demo days, right? We're going to have office hours during the entire 5-month program. There's going to be pitch sessions, heavy pitch sessions in the beginning and throughout the program to support the founders and helping them create the narrative and story for their fundraising campaigns, and tons of networking opportunities, both in person and virtual. And so these are the 4 activities that we work with our founders with during the 5-month program. Next slide. So why did IAI choose to partner with Starburst? And this is one of the data points. It's just that speaks for itself. Essentially, the startups that go through our accelerator programs have a 3x more successful time in raising their next fundraising round than the market. And so in today's market where fundraising has become more challenging, there's less capital to go around, deal flow is down, startups need every advantage that they can get in the market to be successful. And so partnering with an organization like us, Starburst, really helps give them that competitive advantage over other startups in the market fundraising because we have existing relationships throughout the industry with investors across sectors. And so I think this is one of the main sticking points in which why IAI partnered with us to help the startups in the program be successful at the end of the accelerator. Next slide. So here are some key benefits of the program. I just want to call out a couple. Obviously, there's a $100,000 cash investment with another $100,000 of in-kind services to explore pilot with IAI. Another thing I want to call out is just really gaining access to IAI's customers to unlock new untapped markets. So if you have a successful pilot program out of the accelerator, it just really opens up a huge sales pipeline for you all working with IAI and their customers around the world. And then obviously the fundraising support that I just mentioned from the previous slide. Next slide. So here's some of the team. Victoria and I are on today's call. David is in-house technology experts in the North America office in Washington, D.C. for IAI. We'll be working closely with the North America team, right? So we're developing out a commercial application for IAI to explore a pilot program with. But they'll be pulling in technical experts, not only from their North America team, but from their headquarters to support startups during the program. So I think we have a couple of questions. Let's see here.
Yeah, so I have one question
Yep.
from someone in the audience. Can Indian space tech startups participate in this cohort, and are pre-seed fundraising startups able to be a part of this?
Yeah, so we're looking at pre-seed and seed stage companies for this cohort of the program. You can be an Indian-based company, but you have to have a U.S. subsidiary opened in order to participate in the program. So this particular accelerator is looking to work with U.S.-based companies. And so if you don't have a U.S. subsidiary, then unfortunately, you wouldn't be eligible for this particular program.
Thank you, Nate. What resources is IAI offering to startups during the program?
Yeah, so most of the resources that IAI offers during this program, it comes through their technical team. So they have a really broad bench, a deep bench of technical experts that are engineers in the field working to develop technologies today. And so you'll get access to not only like a dedicated set of mentors from IAI, but also from Starburst. These are going to be technical experts that can help de-risk the technology and help you understand how to better create a commercial application for the technologies that you're building. There's an office in Herndon, right outside of Washington, D.C., in which during the duration of the program, you'll have your own office space in which you can go in and utilize at your free will. And which I highly would encourage, because then you'll have FaceTime with the North America staff, which have not only technical experts, but contract experts and other business development experts on site. And so you can take advantage of all of that while you're in the program. And the other thing is that this will be bespoke support that depends on the pilot project, but IAI really wants to have a successful program, and what a successful program for them, what that looks like is pilot projects with the startups at the end of the program. And so they really want to work closely hand in hand with you all to ensure that you're getting the guidance and support that you need to be successful in the accelerator, but also to set you up for success at the end of the program, so that way you can have a pilot program with IAI. And so I think this is a really unique opportunity, a really good big opportunity for early stage startup, pre-seed and seed stage, to get to build a relationship with a prime, to understand how to build a pilot program that early on, and actually get early traction. This would be a huge signal for market demand during your fundraising if you're able to close a pilot with a huge prime like IAI.
Thanks, Nate. We have one more question. What is the difference between Astra, Starburst, and then the IAI Catalyst program?
Yeah, Astra Starburst is a program that's run and operated in Tel Aviv, and it's for Israeli-based companies. And it's a partnership with Starburst there. The IAI Catalyst program is a program that is looking at commercial applications in the U.S. market for U.S.-based companies. So kind of the same, a little bit different, different geography focus and application focus.
That's it. Thanks, Nate.
Amazing. I'll stick around just in case there's any other questions that pop up in the chat. If not, this is a pleasure to present this to everyone. I highly encourage you, if you're a founder, to apply to the program. It's an amazing opportunity to really scale not only your technology, but your sales pipeline and your fundraising efforts. It's a really good program. And then also, if you're interested in finding out more information about the program, we have the QR code on the screen right now that you can use your phone or take a screenshot of it to direct you directly to the website that will provide more information on the program, the benefits, the length of it, and may answer some questions that you have that are lingering beyond this webcast. Okay, great. Well, thanks again, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Victoria, for joining me today. And if you have any questions beyond this, again, my email is nate@starburst.aero. And you can reach me there with any questions. And I believe Alana just dropped in the chat the website that the QR code links you to check out the program, the application, and all of those things. All right, everyone, we'll be ending the webinar. Have a great day.